Good day, everybody, and welcome to Mwitu Huru on this rather windy afternoon. So sorry with the wind interference and the sound. We'll try our best to get rid of that as much as we can. But it has been a while since we posted some content, so we're really wanting to get back into it. Since the last videos, we've got another addition to the family. So little Casey has joined us, so I'm sure you might see some of her going forward. We are planning to release the longer formats, like the episode videos, at least once a week. We'll try and push for 2 times a week, depending on how kind nature is us to deliver the content that we can give to you. It's not just, I'm based in the Eastern Cape. This is where I live, on a game reserve. And nature is all around us. We live in this environment, which is incredible. And as I speak to you now, I see a herd of buffalo actually coming out in front of me just because they can. So yeah, it's a good reminder of where we are. So going forward, we're going to we'll release the short videos probably regularly, and then at least once a week. We'll try for twice a week on the longer forms. So yeah, join me this afternoon. We're going to head out and just see. We're looking for a specific female leopard that had a bit of an encounter with some lion, and she's become really shy. So we're wanting to try and see if we can get into her zones and see if we can maybe locate her, which would be brilliant. So yeah, stick around, and for now, let's actually have a look at these buffalo. So as you can see, as I was speaking to you now a minute ago, we had this whole herd of buffalo start to appear. You can see this environment that they like. Look how dense that is. They literally will just blend in so effortlessly there, making it extremely difficult in some cases for us to locate them. Come back to these guys here, the ones on the left. I'll look at the camera show how it seems. There we go. All the curious little faces that are popping up to greet us. See, the environment currently in the vegetation is so amazing. We've had such good rain down in the Eastern Cape here in South Africa. It's been amazing. It's absolutely stunning at the moment with all of the greenery around. So I'm sure these buffalo get vouch for that. Nice and fat and healthy. Always good to see. Buffalo always give a very unique look. I always refer them to the debt collectors, because that look right there is saying, where is my money? Give it to me now. And I do recommend you do so. Very, very cool. They always say, what do buffalo do, especially these males? What do they do during the day? You say, lie under a tree and wait to bust rangers. Sometimes when you look for one thing, you find another. How terrible. Sorry about the dragon seat there. Yeah, so it looks like she's quite set on her route there. So I'm just going to try and get in front of her. There is a pathway that runs through to another road. So I'm going to quickly loop and try and get another shot of her coming on to us. She was quite intent there. She looks a little hungry, not too bad, but pretty intent on where she's going. Let's see if we can figure that out. Okay, I've got to that position quite briskly, and I see that she is still on this pretty prominent path that she's chosen and heading towards us. So I'm just going to quickly switch the camera around. Bear with me for a second. And you can see she's coming straight towards us now. her and her sister have actually been raising a litter of cubs together. They've joined forces, their first litter each, so it's quite amazing to see that. So she is looking a little hungry, so potentially just looking for opportunity, and now maybe even heading back with the intent that she's on pretty solid mission there, that she's really intent on going to one direction. Pretty sure she's maybe going back to where the cubs might be. Yeah, we've managed to find her again. She kind of went into an area that we weren't able to drive in. So we went ahead and kind of preempted and hoped where she would come out. And she has, there you go, she's come a bit more left. So she's just behind the bush in front of us now. You can see her appearing there. And also while we're here, I've noticed, I'll show you in a second, 2 males. So I'm presuming then the pride might be around. So we'll stick with her as much as we can. Hopefully she is kind in her route choices for us, and we can find the rest of the pride. I'll show you in a second now as she comes past us now. Males are still quite far away from us down in the river line. And you aim left and she comes out right. There we go. Oh, beautiful. So can you see that muscle definition in the shoulder? You won't get that in any cat in captivity. These ones get to use all of their muscles. We got a close contact call. I don't know if you heard that. Ooh, like that. It's normally looking for cubs. And there in the distance, you can see one male is actually moving. The other male is doing what lions do best. I think they may have actually heard her just call now, which is why they've reacted. Every time they meet up, they're unsure if it's a member of their pride or not, so they have to just make sure. Okay, let's quickly turn around and follow that female. So we just got in front of her again here. She's calling quite a bit, so I think she might be getting pretty close to where she had left those little ones. And I'll show you shortly what's actually happening behind her. Those males have crossed that drainage and have come up unknowingly to her. Oh, yo, he's actually much closer than I thought. Let me show you here. He'll come into frame shortly. There we go. Oh. Just checking if they know one another. Okay, let's follow. Okay, so they've reunited. We just missed the whole process there. Very close though, hard to keep tabs of them when they're running around in the thickets. But you can see the cubs are quite large already. Very, very cool. Around there. I can now see that other male in the back there. So the whole family's here. He seems to be irritating her. So it just shows you, here we are with a set goal in mind, and that completely changed. What's he being a little bit aggressive? He's marking, he's just letting everyone know this is his area. But yeah, you set out with one goal and then you end up being distracted by this beautiful place we call the wild and nature. He's very very persistent on this lioness. Starting to irritate her. Oh, there we go. We just have one youngster remaining here. Sure, he'll follow shortly. There we go. Amazing. So you can see he's causing a little bit of upset within the pride here. Mommy's doing what they do and protecting their babies. The males can be quite pushy. You can see he's lifting his head nice and high to get the highest point of the tree to show other males this is how tall I am. And that's normally, yeah, there we go, followed by a spray. Amazing to see these encounters. On these cooler days. Yeah, it's a little windy, but with this overcast weather, it enables us to actually have them a lot more active earlier in the afternoon. Because now it's only 5:30, and then in summertime, I mean, that's still normally very hot if there was no cloud cover. So incredible. Finally decide to settle. Maybe he was hoping that that lioness that we had followed all the way here had made some dinner. Much to his disappointment, she hadn't. Pretty cool. So I think we'll let them be now. They seem to have settled quite nicely. And we can continue on our previous mission to see if we can maybe get lucky with that leopardess. So as leopards do, they elude us. For this afternoon, evening, I think we're gonna call it now, but we gave it a good run. But as you can see just behind us here, I mean, this is the type of environment up on those rocks in these thickets that we're actually trying to find these animals. And leopards are known to be mysterious and secretive, so it's very hard to actually find them in these environments. But that's why I love them. They're probably one of my favorites. So I'm sure we'll give it a go another day. But for now, guys, please, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and get notified every time we post a new video. And we'll see you in the next adventure. Cheers, guys.